You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Isaiah 26:3. There are nights when you lie awake, not because the room is loud, but because your thoughts are. They move in circles, revisiting old fears, rehearsing new worries, multiplying the possibilities of what could go wrong before morning even arrives. You try to slow your breathing, try to redirect your focus, try to quiet your mind, but fear is persistent and uncertainty is persuasive. It whispers that peace is fragile, that safety is temporary, that tomorrow could unravel what today barely held together. It's not that you don't believe in God, it's that the world feels louder than your beliefs sometimes. And the more unpredictable life becomes, the more your mind tries to solve what only God can carry. Isaiah does not shame you for that tension. He speaks into it. He speaks over it. He speaks through it with a promise far deeper than your fear's loudest echo. You keep him in perfect peace. Peace does not originate in your ability. Peace originates in God's keeping. Perfect peace, the kind that doesn't shatter under pressure. Perfect peace is not calmness you manufacture. It is not emotional anesthesia. It is not pretending to be unaffected. It is not looking fearless while your insides shake. Perfect peace is something different. A stillness that does not depend on stability. A strength that does not depend on certainty. A confidence that does not depend on control. Perfect peace is when your inner world is governed by someone greater than your outer world, and that someone is the Lord who keeps you. You can survive without perfect peace, but you cannot flourish without it. You can function without it, but you will not feel whole without it. You can make decisions without it, but they will cost more than they should. God does not want you to merely survive your life. He wants you to walk in the kind of peace that cannot be taken. Not by news, not by fear, not by unexpected change, not by the rise and fall of circumstance. You keep him, God, not you, preserves the peace. You try to manage your thoughts. You try to stop overthinking. You try to be calm, to be strong, to be rational, to be grounded. But Isaiah removes the impossible burden from your shoulders. He reminds you that God is the one who keeps you. You are not the source of your own peace. You are the receiver. You are not the generator. You are the vessel. This is why burnout is so high today. People are trying to be the keeper of something only God can sustain. You can discipline your mind, but you cannot anchor it. You can slow your breathing, but you cannot calm your soul. You can reduce your noise, but you cannot secure your future. Only God can do that. And Isaiah says he will. In perfect peace, deeper than logic, wider than circumstance. Perfect peace is not psychological technique. It's not an emotional trick. It's not positive thinking dressed up as faith. It's not forced optimism. Perfect peace surpasses understanding, which means it surpasses the very reasons you think you need to be afraid. It doesn't deny reality. It reframes it. It reminds you, if God holds the world, he can certainly hold you. This peace is not the peace of ignorance. It is the peace of confidence. Confidence in a God who has never been surprised by anything that terrifies his children. Some people live chasing peaceful moments. Some live chasing peaceful circumstances. But perfect peace chases you when your mind is stayed on God, whose mind is stayed on you, the anchor of the inner world. Your mind is a battlefield, and never more than now. America in 2025 is experiencing the highest rates of mental fatigue, information overload, and emotional strain in the last 20 years. People wake up overwhelmed before the day begins. They go to bed tired without knowing why. They scroll to escape but find more reasons to worry. They hear news updates that leave them unsettled long after the phone is turned off. People are not just anxious, they are exhausted from being anxious. Isaiah understands that the mind cannot rest without something solid to rest on, something stable enough to withstand the storms of emotion and the winds of constant change. That something is not a routine, not an idea, not a plan, not a personality trait. It is God Himself. To stay your mind on God is to direct your inner attention toward the only one who is not shaken by anything that shakes you. It doesn't mean ignoring your problems. It means refusing to give them the authority to rule your inner world. It means telling your soul, this fear is loud, but God is louder. This problem is real, but God is greater. This uncertainty feels heavy, but God is the one who keeps me standing because He trusts in you. Trust is the doorway to peace. Trust is not the absence of fear. Trust is what you choose in the presence of fear. Trust is not a feeling. It is a direction. It is turning your gaze from the thing that overwhelms you to the God who sustains you. Sometimes trust is strong and confident. Sometimes trust is small and trembling. Sometimes trust is a whisper. Lord, I don't know what to do, but I know you do. God does not measure trust by volume. He measures it by surrender. And when trust rises, even imperfectly, peace follows. Perfect peace is not the reward for perfect trust. It is the gift for any trust that stays its mind on God. Look at the American moment right now. Fear of financial instability, fear of job loss, fear of sudden crisis, fear of political chaos, fear of personal failure, fear of silent loneliness, fear of burnout that won't lift, fear of being unprepared for whatever comes next. This nation is functioning but trembling, working but drained, planning but not confident, moving but not rested. Isaiah 26:3 speaks directly into that trembling world with a voice strong enough to steady the anxious soul. God keeps those whose mind stays on Him, not casually glancing at Him, not visiting Him occasionally, not reaching for Him only in crisis, but staying, rooting, anchoring. Peace is not found when life quiets down. It is found when your mind stays on God while life is still loud. So tonight, as the world slows but your thoughts continue moving, as tomorrow feels uncertain but God feels near, as you breathe out fear and breathe in truth, let these words settle deeper than anxiety, deeper than uncertainty, deeper than exhaustion. You keep Him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you. You don't have to hold everything. You don't have to understand everything. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to see everything. You only have to stay, to lean, to trust, to turn your mind toward the Keeper who never forgets His own. Perfect peace is not a distant dream. It is God's present promise. It is the inheritance of the one who trusts Him. It is the shelter built around the soul that stays on Him. So rest tonight, not because life is predictable, but because God is faithful. Rest not because tomorrow is guaranteed, but because the one who holds tomorrow also holds you. Perfect peace is not a privilege for the strong. It is the home of the surrendered. May your mind stay on Him. May your trust rise again. May perfect peace keep you through the night and carry you into tomorrow. Amen.